Hey guys, welcome back to Comic-Con. I'm Justin Tyler for Newsarama here talking to Mark Waid. Hello, sir.
Hey, sir. How are you?
Pretty big con for you.
Geez. Maybe the biggest San Diego for me ever after 25 years.
So 3 Eisners.
The closest I've ever come to an Eisner in my entire career is stealing Art and Franco's last year and running away with it. I've never even seen one. And now this year 3, and I'm just over the moon.
And you're juggling them at this point.
I am, in fact. If I had found a chain strong enough, I would be wearing them around my neck the entire show.
Now that's a good look. How did it feel up there? Did you, especially the third?
I honestly didn't think there was a prayer. And this is not false modesty. It's just there's a lot of good guys out there doing a lot of good work. And superhero comics don't normally get the nod at the Eisners. It's generally the classy independent stuff. And so I was convinced. All I said for an hour beforehand was, it's an honor to be nominated, it's an honor to be nominated, it's an honor to be nominated. And then when somebody shouted out my name, I was just gobsmacked. It felt great because it's like, again, I don't need the awards, but they're awesome to have. Right. But it feels less like it's for Daredevil than it is for, I've been doing this for 28 years, and it feels like, okay, great, I'm not, in an industry that is not always kind to guys who are over 40. I feel like there's still some life here. And that's sort of a validation of the idea that I still have something to say.
Well, and especially like you took a book that had been, tonally a certain way for a long time and sort of took a risk going out there, like, we're going to do more a superhero book, and then you got rewarded and awarded for it.
That was great, because again, that was a real gamble, because everybody has been doing either Frank Miller or Frank Miller karaoke for such a long time with that book, and some great guys. I mean, Bendis and Brubaker and all those guys have been a murderer's row of writers, but I'm the first guy to, in a while, since maybe Carl Kiesel, to come along and go, let's take it a little lighter, and it could have blown up in my face something horrible. But you know why it didn't? Because I got Paulo Rivera, and I got Marcos Martin, and now I got Chris Samnee on board. I got Michael Allred coming up and doing an issue. All of these guys make me look good. I could be a chimp. Don't tell anybody, but I could be a chimp doing this stuff.
Camera's not on. So
okay, Zach, guys, you're not wired or anything. Okay,
I'm always wearing a wire. And I feel like the art is such a big thing on the book, and you seem to have sort of a certain look you're going for, and you're going to continue with that as you go.
Yeah, exactly. It needs to be street. It needs to be sort of a level of grittiness, but at the same time, our guys also need to be able to draw Dr. Doom and Claw and Galactus. Because you want to have... It's never about bringing Daredevil into the Marvel Universe. It's about bringing the Marvel Universe into Daredevil on sort of street level terms.
That's awesome. And so now you're doing Daredevil for the rest of your life.
For the rest, I'm not pried under my cold dead hands now. I'm nowhere to go but down. 3 Eisners, nowhere to go but down. So yeah.
And let's talk about your shirt, specifically its wicking ability. I'm sure you guys at home
It is fine crafted wicking ability. Not those nylon shirts that seal in the juices all day long. No, this lets me breathe.
Let the juice loose. Of course, I'm talking about Thrillbent. Tell us about it for those who maybe don't quite know about it.
For those of you who don't know it, it's Thrillbent is a digital comics website that I launched about 12 weeks ago. Free content every week. Myself and Peter Krause, who I did Irredeemable with, we are doing an ongoing series called Insufferable. New installments every week, free to read, free to download. Read it as you will. And then starting this fall, now that we've kind of gotten the Shakedown Cruise part of it done, I'm inviting my other friends to come play. You'll see a Gail Simone series. You'll see John Rogers is coming aboard to do some stuff. We've got Kurt Busiek coming aboard to do a story. We've got, I'm trying to set it up as a tent under which guys who are eager to experiment with the digital form can come and play at very little risk to themselves, and we'll sort of let it roll like that.
Why is it important? I mean, you're an Eisner Award winner now. You can just sort of sit back and coast for a couple years at least. But still, you're launching this new company, basically, and digital comics, you've been a huge proponent of that. You're working on so many levels. Why keep doing it?
Well, if I'd known I was going to win the Eisners, I would have taken a year off. Where were you?
Yeah, I know. My bad. I knew ahead of time. I should have told you.
No, you know what? Because that's the excitement to me after doing it for so long. I still enjoyed writing superhero comics, but I would be lying if I didn't say that, if I said that every once in a while you get up in the morning and like, oh, Spider-Man punches Dr. Octopus, different this time. Somebody else can find that different moment, but I can't. But if I'm working in digital comics, it's a whole new language of telling stories. It's a whole new way of using graphics and using the digital form to do cool new tricks that excites me. That sense of discovery is what gets me all pumped up in the morning.
Nice. And I heard you say maybe one of your favorite moments of the con was meeting Neil deGrasse Tyson, or
that was my favorite geek out moment. Forget you, Mr. Battlestar Galactica. Oh, you worked on Buffy. That's swell. But seeing Neil deGrasse Tyson outside the legendary booth, we leapt on him, and we were all. And because he got our signatures, he didn't know. He doesn't know from comics. That's fine. I don't care. He's a scientist who makes the world a better place. I'm just typing at a keyboard.
He's a rock and roll physicist, as you say.
Rock and roll physicist, charming as can be. That was my next to, of course, our interview today.
Of course, our intimate closing out the con interview.
Exactly, but that was my high point.
Awesome. Well, thanks for talking to us for a minute here, and good luck with everything now that you're a rock. It's probably the last time I interview you. And thank you guys for watching, and see you more here on Newsarama for Comic-Con.